Andy Suarez takes them out today for a team that's won 3 in a row and 6 of their last 7. The Giants rookie has pitched like a veteran, stepping up in big games to bolster a rotation that's been hit with injuries. Today he'll face the division-leading Braves and their roster of young talent. Suarez and the Giants go for a sweep of Atlanta in the final game of the series, and it's all coming up next. We've got a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Atlanta as we come to you from SunTrust Park. Final game of this 3-game series. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Javi Lopez. Well, hey, it's been a revelation watching this Giants offense in this short 2-game series. They've scored a lot of runs, and they pitched well. And today, they're going to hand the ball to a kid. His name is Andy Suarez. And although he doesn't have a win, he certainly has pitched pretty well. He's really thrown the ball well. He had a great outing against San Diego on this last homestand. He's put together 2 quality starts ever since Cueto's gone down now. And he's looking for his first big league win, and he's going against a rookie who got his in his first start. So it'll be a nice matchup today. No buster is Hundley's behind the dish. And Pablo Sandoval, the Panda, he gets a start at third base this afternoon. All right, when we come back to this new beautiful ballpark, we will have the lineups. And the very first pitch of this game, we'll have all of that right after this.
The Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box.
We do have a gorgeous day here in Atlanta, and this day is going to wrap up this 3-game series. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for hours. 72 degrees. See the winds and the humidity, and it is a sunny day, and as we look around, maybe 1 or 2 puffy clouds just kind of hanging around for the fun of it. Giants have had a lot of fun in this series so far, winning 9-4 and 11-2. And oh, by the way, it's the Say Hey Kid's birthday today. And here's some shots we see a lot when we look back at the career and the life of Willie Mays. There is no one like him, and as a player there was no one like him. So happy birthday to Willie Mays. He's the greatest Giant of them all. You see some of his highlights in a Giants uniform. He won a batting title in 1954. Home runs, he led the league 4 times in that department. 10 seasons he knocked in 100 runs or more. And that list can go on and on and on and on. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Yep, I agree. The Atlanta Braves take the field on this Sunday afternoon. And here's the Giants lineup. Blanco, McCutchen, Belt, Hundley in the cleanup spot. Then it's Sandoval, Crawford, and Allen Hansen, who has got 5 RBIs in this series, followed by Austin Jackson, who will hit 8th, and Andy Suarez will hit 9th.
Taking the mound, making his home debut, Mike Soroka. This guy came off a great start up in New York against the then first place New York Mets. And you see he got the win against Noah Syndergaard. What you're going to see out of this guy is a first-round pick back in 2015. You're going to see a lot of fastballs, 4-seam, 2-seam, great sinker, 94 to 95 on that with a power slider that is thrown 20% of the time in that first start, about 86 to 88. The defense behind Soroka today, starting in the outfield from left to right, is Acuna Jr. Inciarte in center, Nick Markakis in right, and left side of the infield is Batista and Camargo. On the right side is Albies and Freddie Freeman, and Tyler Flowers will be doing the catching.
So we're waiting for the music to stop, and we're waiting to get closer to the starting time. Oh, there's a door open. Well, we have many people that could shut that door, like the security guy standing 20 feet away. They're also talking, and maybe this is an issue with the communications between maybe the dugouts, or who knows. The more technology you have, the better odds something's going to go haywire. And
they already got one pitch out of Soroka.
Greg Gibson. I mean, a little disconcerting for the starting pitcher. I mean, you get a certain time that you're going to start. You get a certain amount of warm-up pitches. And they say, no, sorry, you're going to have to put it on hold for a while. Veteran guys, probably not a problem. Young guys, it can be a problem. Yeah, they're saying the replay system is down for the Braves, and it wouldn't be a crime to have to play a game without the replay system. So now they're going to go to both benches and say, hey, we're out of the replay system.
So don't bother.
In the history of the game, there's been more games without a replay system than with it. So I'm sure that this is not going to be a problem. So I don't know if anybody could argue or have an issue with it, but let's play ball and get this thing moving. See the 2015 draft. And number 28th in the draft is on the hill. Yeah, Chris Shaw was drafted number 31.
And Swanson would be in uniform of the one on the DL. But
first pitch of the ball game is a called strike. So we get started at 1:39. So a ball and a strike to Gregor Blanco, who did not join the hit party last night. He went 0 for 5. And he takes down low. He started the ball game on Friday, had a real big hit, a triple to knock in 2 runs. So he's 1 for 10 in the series. 2-2. So that's an easy 94-mile-an-hour fastball. With McCutchen to follow, and then Belt. And a full count. Close. Behind the dish is Vic Carapazza, Baker, Lane, and Gibson. From first to third, Jerry Lane, the crew chief. Here's the payoff to Blanco. And he walked him. In Soroka's only other start against the Mets, as Javi mentioned, he did not walk a hitter. He struck out 5 in 6 innings. Here he walks the leadoff hitter.
And you can see the action on the sinker. The sinker's a highly touted pitch for him, and right now he's having a little trouble controlling it. But it's moving.
Here's McCutchen, 1 hit on Friday and 3 hits in the game last night. And a strike. See what he's done in his last 5 games as we get closer to Friday night in Pittsburgh. Blanco with his lead. And I bet if you talk to McCutchen, he would downplay the whole going back to Pittsburgh, but we're not buying it.
No. But he looks comfortable. He looks comfortable and confident in that box right now.
Yes, he does. Almost a pitch out. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. They must have had thoughts that Blanco might be going. The Braves come in. They've lost 2 straight. They're 19 and 13. Woo! 1 and 2. Braves are 8 and 6 at home and 2 and 3 against the West. They'd won 5 straight until the Giants beat them on Friday night. Down and in, 2 and 2. From Canada, Mike Soroka.
Youngest pitcher in the big leagues right now.
Yes, he is.
20 years old.
Driven to right. It's going to carry right out to Markakis, and McCutchen hit it right on the nose. On the field today, the Braves have the 3 youngest players in the major leagues. The left fielder, the second baseman, and the pitcher. So here's Belt. Belt 1 for 5 on Friday. Belt 1 for 3 with 2 walks in the game yesterday. He continues to get hits and he continues to get on base. Overshift is on and it's high. 1 ball and no strikes. Belt taking a long look at Ron Wotus. Camargo is off the line at third and fairly deep. This is driven into right center field, and Inciarte is going to track it down. So the Giants hit the ball hard twice. Nothing to show for it, and here's Hundley. I don't think there's any doubt that the Giants have found some holes in the first 2 games in this series, but they've also hit the ball hard in this series.
Definitely. Quality at bats all the way up and down this lineup. And they're not wasting too much time. They've been real aggressive.
Yeah. Here's Hundley, only at 340. And Hundley's one that's been real aggressive as he takes a strike. It's in the first 7. Check out the last 11. Well, those first 7, he really had some good at bats, but he wasn't very lucky. Way off the plate to even the count at a ball and a strike. The Diamondbacks won on a walk-off base hit by Pollock last night. So the Giants remain 4 back of Arizona. Blanco with his lead. Now timeout is called. They've won 10 of 13. And after a rough start on the road, they're now 8-8 on the road. We mentioned yesterday that there was a pretty good chance that Bruce Bochy was going to get Hundley and Sandoval in the lineup today. Really does accomplish a couple of things. You get to rest a couple of guys, and you get these 2 guys that need at bats. 2-1. And if there was ever an example of how important depth is, it's been right now for the San Francisco Giants.
All across the board. Pitching staff.
Blanco goes. He got a late jump, and he's still going to steal it. It's his 3rd of the year.
Just timing him. You know it's going to happen. It's a good time to try it. Take another look at it. There's the jump you're talking about. But he didn't even peek back. It was just straight steal, going all the way, not worrying about a thing. Now he's in scoring position for a hot bat.
Sandoval's going to hit. Here's Pablo hitting at 244 with a home run. He's got 7 runs batted in. So he pitched number 19 in the inning for Soroka. And a strike. So Pablo taking a peek at one. He won't take many.
No, that's 2 free passes too. It's 149 walks by the Braves. That's the one thing, the Achilles heel so far. They'll give you base runners.
Two walks and 2 line drives that were caught. Soroka gets the sign. Nope, in tight. 2-1. There's Crawford. And the pitch. On the ground to second. Albies side retired, so he pitches out of a mess that he created. And Andy Suarez is coming out. It's 0-0. Acuna, and then Freddie Freeman, and then Markakis. Markakis is red hot right now, followed by Batista Flowers and Johan Camargo. Soroka's going to hit in the A spot, then hitting ninth is Ender Inciarte.
Taking them out for the Giants in his third start this season. Andy Suarez, looking at the numbers there, pretty solid, averaging a strikeout an inning. Limits the walks. That's one thing that Bochy and the rest of the coaching staff like about this kid. He works quick, but he throws strikes. He's aggressive. And what you're going to see a lot of him is a lot of fastballs and cutters. He's got a good strikeout chance with that cutter. It's real sharp, real late action. And it's just all about that fastball command. And he's had 2 good starts, one in the minors and one in the big leagues here. This is his last 2. So he's throwing with some confidence.
Here's Albies. And the first pitch is wide. He comes in at 288. Lots of home runs, 10, lots of RBIs, 24. Pops this one out to left field for Blanco. And Blanco puts it away.
The defense behind Andy Suarez today, starting out in the outfield from left to right. Blanco just made the play. Jackson in center, McCutcheon in right. Left side of the infield will be the Panda and Crawford. On the right side, Hanson, Belt, and Nick Hundley will be doing the catching.
No one has hit the ball harder in this series for both teams than this guy. And he doesn't have a hit. And he's not afraid to swing at that first pitch.
No, he will take all the ground balls, him as hard as you want, just him to Crawford.
He's 0 for 8. On a play. And it's 0-2 with Freeman to follow. Ronald Acuna Jr. And a base hit. So he waits on the breaking ball, and on an 0-2 pitch, here's Freddie Freeman. Probably wanted to bounce it, but didn't.
He did. You look at it, wanted to bury it, but there's a base hit. Stays back on that back leg, keeps the hands back, recognizes the breaking ball, serves it out in the left, and he's on base.
Remember, no one scores more in the first inning than these Atlanta Braves, and there's a swing. Ain't gonna miss. Freeman 1 for 8 in the series. The one hit, a home run to the opposite field on Friday night. There's a strike. Ty Block did a really nice job with Freeman yesterday.
Yeah, did a great job of changing speeds. The left on left changeup, real effective to him and Markakis, although Markakis was still seeing the ball very well. Just able to change it up on these guys.
Overshift is on. Sandoval playing short, and there's a pitch down low.
There's a good reach back fastball, 94 on the gun. And you're going to do it, keep it out of the zone. That's exactly what Andy did there.
Got him as Hundley hangs on. First strikeout, 2 outs. Kind of fun seeing Sandoval at short. Omar Vizquel was one of his favorite players when he grew up, and then they were teammates. And he always said, "Yeah, I can play short." I think he thinks he can play anywhere, to be honest with you.
Definitely. He's already proven he can pitch.
He can pitch.
And he could do it left-handed if he wanted to.
Here's Markakis. Ronald Acuna has 1 steal. The guy that's stolen a ton of bases is Inciarte. He's got 13. But This guy right now is a hitting machine. He had 3 hits in the game last night, and there's a called strike. He had 2 hits on Friday. One of them was a bad hop off the chest of Longoria.
He's hitting .479 since April 23rd.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. One ball and 1 strike.
I wonder if Acuna's going to take a chance here at some point, since Markakis has been so hot, but then you do have the chance to take the bat out of his hand if you do that.
Good pitch, 1-2. Remember, this is the first time the Braves have seen Suarez, and it's likely now whenever Suarez makes a start, it'll be the first time anybody has seen him. And a snap toss, and Acuna just gets back.
Great move. Take another look at it here. I think it even caught Belt by surprise.
I think it did.
Can't replay it anyway. Wouldn't even matter.
1-2. Foul back. So Markakis at a swing. So they're telling us that the replay system now is working. 1-2. The pitch on the ground to Hansen, who kicks it. He throws, and it's not in time. I guess it's meant to be that Markakis reaches base one way or the other, because if you're Alan Hansen, you're thinking, now how did I mess this up? Maybe he slipped. He did not.
That last little hop cut up on the heel of the glove. But when you're hot, you're hot. You will find a way to be on base.
So here's Batista. Outside to Batista, who's hitting .286. He's 2 for 7 in this series.
Hmm.
2-0.
Real good pitch. Hansen's looking for the bailout here. Suarez picking him up.
And a called strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Thank you very much on that one, Vic.
So be careful. 3-1 to Batista. Pitch, 3-2. It'll make you want to throw it again. Runners will be on the move. It's 3-2. Out of play. Came back with a fastball.
Acuna hustled all the way around there.
That ball was fouled the minute it left his bat, and Acuna was 20 feet from home plate.
got a good read.
That's called young legs.
Good
3-2.
Good challenge fastball there by Suarez. And he could still go back away with that breaking ball or go back in.
Hundley's coming back, and it's going to be out of play. There is little foul room behind home plate. You see the distance. Hundley just could not hang on, so we'll do it again. A workout for Acuna and Markakis.
He's no longer rounding third.
This
will be the 9th pitch coming up here for Suarez.
Even if Suarez retires Batista, this is 10 extra pitches because of the error.
Pitchcast is brought to you by SoFi Modern Finance Company. You look at it, and there he's just trying to come up with something. When you've scored a Major League high 35 runs in the first inning, it's not going to be easy to get through the inning against these guys.
Suarez does have a base to play with, so we'll see what he does here. 3-2, and he walked him. So when it's all said and done, a really nice at bat from Batista. And here's Flowers.
Got 10 pitches out of him.
Yep. Flowers hitting 167. He caught on Friday and went 1 for 4. On the ground towards the hole. Sandoval's got it. Juggles it. Everybody's so finished 1-0. So that'll be a base hit for Flowers.
Take another look at it. First pitch hack. Pablo lays out, has it. Just fumbles the exchange just enough, and Flowers busting it out of the box made it all the way down the line, made an easy call.
He had time if he could have made the throw because Flowers is running, and now you got Camargo. So you're not out of it yet. Sandoval, this time he's got it. His throw is in time, and he saves the day. That ball was ticketed down the left field line, and who knows how many would have scored. After 1-0 Atlanta. 1,000 fans are going to receive a corduroy cap courtesy of Dignity Health. That's right, a corduroy cap. Tickets always available at sfgiants.com. So the Giants trail like they have in all of the games after the first inning. They trail 1-0, and here it's Crawford, Hansen, and Jackson facing Mike Soroka. Here's the hot hitting Crawford, and he takes outside and high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Speaking of hot, the crowd, you got fans handed out. They're using them, trying to stay cool in this warm Atlanta day.
Beautiful day.
Another packed house.
2-0 to Crawford. Crawford fouls it at the plate. This saved the day.
That was a hot shot. Gets up. There's a strike to Belt.
I thought, maybe going to the bag would have been an easier play, but I think he made the right decision. 2-2. Vic Carpazzo will let you know if it's a strike or not. Hansen to follow. Little flare to left. And is he hot? He's hot, folks.
How far would you go for a Togo? Brought to you by Togo Pastrami, Pretzel Rami. Here it is. Last night, top 3. Alan Hansen 2-run shot. Exit velocity 106.4. Launch angle 23 degrees. 388 feet is how far he would go for it. And that is your Togo right there.
That's a Pretzel Rami.
That's the Pretzel Rami.
Here's Hansen. Hansen at 292. Don't know if he was going to bunt or not. He showed bunt, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Austin Jackson to follow. We're in the 2nd. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Giants scored 6 runs in the 2nd inning Friday, and they scored 2 runs in the 2nd inning last night. Big chopper foul.
Good action on that sinker there. Barely able to get a piece of it was Hansen. Let's see why this guy's been such a top prospect. Soroka's got good live arm.
Hansen with a slightly open stance. Outside, 2-2. You make an error like Hansen did, and you really do want to make up for it. Two and two. Got him. Not this time. First strikeout. And here's Jackson.
Look at the fastball trying to go up and in, and that actually cut a little bit too.
It did. Some good action.
And it's tough.
Jackson started it and went 0 for 2 on Friday. And he looks at a strike. Soroka's a little bit like Andy Suarez, where he does want to get that ball back and right away look for a sign. And that got Vic Carapazza maybe on his hand. Yep. If umpires or catchers leave anything exposed, the ball's going to find you.
Yeah, look at this. That action, that 93-mile-an-hour sinker. Flowers was going to get thumbed. He didn't get the opportunity because Jackson fouled it. Instead, Vic Carapazza got the ball right off the hand.
Jackson fouls it out of play. Dodgers put Clayton Kershaw on the disabled list today, so that I'm quite sure is very worrisome for the Dodgers and their fan base. He is the franchise.
You got Ryu, who's joining Ryu on the DL.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Jackson retired. Bicep tendonitis for Kershaw. Here's Suarez. Just for fun, we asked Suarez in the dugout on Friday about the empty suitcase. He said, no, he said, I did bring some clothes. But he did also buy some clothes. But we asked him if he could hit. He said, let me answer it this way. I haven't hit since 8th grade.
So I got a hunch he's due.
Here's the called strike. He said, where I came from, you didn't hit in high school if you were a pitcher, which I just find that hard to believe. So far, he's not lying.
Right on it.
No balls and 2 strikes. He's a very honest young man. Just get that swing started a little sooner. Now, 1-2.
Good take. Well, one thing that certainly won't be happening right now is Crawford trying to steal.
Absolutely not. And that'll end the inning. So Soroka strikes out the side. It's 1-0 Atlanta. One nothing Atlanta. Smart Play is brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers. Last night, in the top of the 3rd inning, Evan Longoria picked up career hit number 1,500 as he blooped one in front of Markakis. It ends up with a double. Congratulations to Evan Longoria. I also read, I think it was in one of Henry Schulman's notes, that at some point this weekend, Longoria, a 10-year vet, vested.
Awesome.
And that's a big deal. Here's Soroka, who fouls it back, 0-2.
I believe Johnny Cueto just got his in the homestand.
Yep, I think you're right. As a kid, you asked for one day in the big leagues, and then when you get that one day, you try to set the bar a little higher. No swing. But 10 is a big number. He's going to enjoy this one until he's asked to hit at some point. Two and two. Soroka in his last start went 0 for 3. He's getting some pitches out of Suarez. And he's got his first big league hit. Well, Suarez kind of left it out there, and Soroka just hit it right back up the middle.
Sure did, and he long strided it down to first base too. Take another look at it. Fastball up. Good toss and nice jog down to first.
I mean, that was almost a foot outside. So here's Inciarte. Wide to Inciarte, who's coming in at 261 with a home run, 11 runs batted in.
This is where you can kind of gum up the works with the 9-1-2 when you have the pitcher in front.
Yeah. Foul. Inciarte last year was really the first left-handed hitter that took advantage of this ballpark and how the ball flies out to right field. He had 11 home runs last year, but a lot of them came in the first couple of months of the season. Down low, no swing, 2 balls and a strike. And just another really good young player that we see sprinkled around the major leagues that came from the Diamondbacks. As this is Pop Sandoval will watch it sail into the seats.
Does a lot of things really well. He's not going to hit the home runs that you're looking for, but plays a solid center field. 2-time Gold Glover. Got a good arm, which is rare nowadays in the outfield, to be able to go out and be accurate.
.37 pitches now for Andy Suarez. On the ground, Hansen to Crawford to Belt, double play. He threw 3 double play balls in his last start, and he gets one here in the second. And that's a nice comeback for Alan Hansen.
Yeah, you got to be quick with it, and he got it right there. 3-hopper, perfect feed to Crawford. Crawford with the big arm, knowing he has to get rid of it quick to get Inciarte, and does just that. Throws a strike to Brandon Belt, and quickly 2 away.
Here's Ozzie Albies. Albies hit a fly ball to left to open up the bottom of the first. 1-0 Atlanta. Foul back. They have done a great job in turning the double play. See, they're on top with the Rangers. Braves are in the top 10. There's a strike, 1-2. Andy Suarez. Center field for Jackson. And with the help of a double play, a nice inning for Suarez. For the Giants, top of the order, that means Gregor Blanco. It's 1-0 Atlanta.
Join us for pregame brunch at AT&T Park, hosted by See's Candies on Sunday, May 20th. The opportunity to be on the outfield warning track pregame, a box of See's Candies famous peanut brittle, and a lower box ticket to see the Giants-Rockies game. Visit sfgiants.com/brunch for tickets.
Yeah, I think you and I should rock that backpack for one trip. What do you think?
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. Here's Blanco. Takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Blanco drew a walk in the first. Stole a bag.
I'm happy you're a backpack guy now.
Yeah. And you know what? I figured it would be good for one trip and then it would be back to the old rolling bag. I think I'm in.
You rock it well.
I think I'm in. Yeah. Starting to tilt on one side, but 2-1 to Blanco. McCutcheon to follow. We are in the third. And a bunt. And it's going to roll foul. Now it had some action if he keeps it fair. All Giants games on NBC Sports Bay Area are streamed live on the NBC Sports app for your mobile or tablet. Stream the Giants on the go, brought to you by your North Carroll Honda dealers. I think if you're a fan here, you would like the sight lines.
I agree.
Yeah, it's a good park. Pretty close to the action. 2-2 pitch. Out of play.
The decks aren't real deep. The fans are able to pretty much have a good view from anywhere.
And that's important. Blanco with a base hit into center field. Nice at bat from Gregor Blanco, and here's McCutchen. McCutchen may have the hardest hit ball today, but it was right at the right fielder Markakis. So Blanco, we told you he did have a steal in that first inning. We'll see if he has thoughts again. A low 1-0. Giants have been able to get Sirocco in the stretch. And tight 2-0.
Seems so easy watching the game up here. The hole that they're giving McCutchen to the right side.
It does. You're right. Roll one right through there.
Yeah.
Come on. Albies is playing a couple of steps over towards the bag at second. Giants trail 1-0 here in the third. Nope, 3-0. And the next pitch will be number 50.
Soroka's been pretty true to form. He's thrown an awful lot of fastballs.
Yep.
4-seam, 2-seam. Again, that sinker's his money maker. But he's going to come and challenge you.
The green light and a swing and a foul back. It's 3-1. Hitters delight if they get that fastball.
This is third 3-ball count. Took him 80 pitches to get through 6 innings against the Mets in his first game.
Blanco goes and a swing and a foul, so it's now 3-2. Warriors Playoff Central is airing right now on NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, which can be found on the channels listed on your screen. If you can't find NBC Sports Bay Area Plus, log on to NBCSportsBayArea.com or call your TV provider. That's right, the Warriors today in New Orleans. 3-2. Blanco surely will be going now. The pitch. He walked him. Look, I haven't seen McCutchen play a lot because he's in the East, or was. I just don't remember him walking a lot. And it seems lately he has been.
Especially hitting in the second spot in the order. I feel like he's able to just work a count. If he finds his pitch, great. If he doesn't, you're moving the line along to the beef of the order.
Here's Belt, who lined out to center field.
He was so used to being the beef in Pittsburgh.
Belt takes high, 1-0. I don't even know if McCutchen's happy taking walks, to be honest with you. I mean, given that he's helping the team in that number 2 hole, I'm sure that he is. I know this guy's happy taking a walk, and he fouls this one back. And I don't think there's any doubt he's got the best eye on the team.
Yeah. He'll take a shot early, misses. He'll find a way to make it a full count.
He will. Flowers couldn't find it. Does. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hundley on deck, and then Sandoval. Giants making some noise here in the 3rd. Belt drives it to right. Blanco's going to tag. It will put the tying run at 3rd, so a productive out for Belt. And now Hundley a chance. I don't think Belt got any cheeks into that one, and he still hit it fairly well.
Yeah. A little flick of the wrist. Like you said, productive out. Yeah, 3rd. Less than 2 outs and an opportunity for Nick Hundley. He's seeing the ball well, walked in the 1st. Once again, getting the right side.
Good speed on the bases. And a base hit into right field, right where you said there was a gap, and this game is tied. Didn't waste any time, and here's Sandoval.
It's a good piece of hitting, just ready to go. You got a man at 3rd, less than 2 outs. You're trying to get the RBI, get your numbers going, and gave him right field. He'll take it.
The mound visit from Flowers.
Blanco scores. Team picture in the dugout. Now everybody goes back.
Sandoval in this spot in the 1st inning. However, he was at the plate with 2 outs. Here he's at the plate with 1 out. And he takes outside. He rolled out to Albies to end the 1st. He's got McCutcheon at 2nd and Hundley at 1st. And a shot down the left field line and a base hit. Hundley is going to go to 3rd. Sandoval comes through and the Giants take the lead. How about that?
Great piece of hit. And hit the ball where it's pitched. McCutcheon was going to score easy, but great base running here. Let's take another look at Pablo. Ball kind of cuts over the middle of the plate. Doesn't do too much with it. Hits it down into the corner. Acuña's got no chance to really make any play on it. High fives all around in the dugout. Pablo cooling off like he normally does. Yet another mound visit. But great base running by Nick Hundley.
Really was.
And yet again, a man at 3rd base, less than 2 outs.
That's Chuck Hernandez, the pitching coach for the Braves, talking to the youngster Soroka, and now it's Crawford.
Take a look at Hundley right here. Gets to read the plays in front of him, so he doesn't have to check with Wotus. He sees it. He's just going to take a chance at it, and no play whatsoever. Great job there.
Crawford dumped a single into left field in the 2nd. And a strike. It's 0-1.
It's a no catch right there.
Carapazza probably saying, "Go, Tyler. You're making me look bad."
Yeah. No catch.
Right back to Soroka and a double play. So he gets out of it by turning the double play. Giants do take the lead. It's 2-1. sportsbayarea.com or call your local TV provider. Giants fans here in attendance in Atlanta. Those are good seats. And the Giants lead 2-1.
That's a prime spot. Nice
Yes,
job.
it is. Very good.
Work.
That would be a spot where a couple of years ago with those kids you'd have to really be careful, but not now because of the screen. Acuna with a swing and a foul. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Suarez now pitching for the first time with the lead. He's got the beef up this inning. And it's 1-2.
Looking for that shutdown inning. Offense rallied for him. See if he's up to the task.
A 1 hopper, 2-2. .47 pitches. Remember, Hansen's error really had forced him to throw about a dozen more than he really should have. There's a pitch tight. It's 3-2. On the ground to third. Sandoval's got it. Close. And he beat it out. You cannot not really rush it with these guys running down the line.
Yeah, take another look. He kind of just took his time, tried to make a solid throw. Acuna, give him credit, hustling all the way.
I think Bell tried to cheat a little bit too. So here's Freeman. Freeman hooks it foul.
Take another look at Acuna hustling down the line, taking a peek the whole time. Didn't slow down one bit. You said fresh legs, young guy, fresh legs.
Out of play down the left field line. Yeah, 4-1, and he really didn't get a smooth jump out of the box. Freeman struck out in the first. Got him again.
Got them all crossed up.
He does. Here's Markakis. Dave Fleming is here. He'll be in with Javi innings 4, 5, and 6. John Miller on assignment. John will be back tomorrow night in Philadelphia. I will head over to the KMBR side.
What is the assignment?
Oh, that's the point. We can't tell. And most of the time we don't know. And a quick toss to first, and Acuna's back. With John, it could be on his couch too. He could be
in Philly already.
He could be in Philly. He could be in Hawaii.
With Chris Berman.
Here's the first pitch to Markakis, which won't be a pitch at all. Suarez got a nice double play ball in the second. And that runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants with a 2-1 lead here in the third. On the ground, maybe. 1, 2, and he does it again. 4-6-3. Dave Fleming will be in. I'll see you back here in the 7th. Giants lead 2-1.
Reds take on the Giants May 14th through Wednesday, May 16th. Dynamic deal ticket offers are available for this series starting as low as $8. Visit sfgiants.com/dynamic deals to take advantage of these $8 offers. That's the price of a beer. 2-1 Giants, top of the 4th, and taking us through the next few innings here is my buddy Dave Fleming.
Avi, good to be with you again. Alan Hansen takes ball 1 from Mike Soroka. More good at bats today, huh, from the Giants?
I mean, they're working the count. You know what you're going to get with this guy. He's going to challenge you with the fastball, 4-seam, 2-seam.
Hansen on the ground hard, and it kicks away from Freeman. So Alan Hansen's going to make his way to first base to start this 4th inning. Hit it hard, good things happen.
Absolutely.
What do you think, hit or error?
I'd like to see a hit. That was a backhand play. Let's take another look at it. It has a hard 2-hopper to the backhand. I'm thinking hit.
Play official scores roulette. I think you hit it right. Base hit for Alan Hansen. So he's aboard with some speed. Austin Jackson comes up. Giants been fairly aggressive on the bases early in this one. Blanco stole a base in the 1st inning against Soroka. Tyler Flowers, tremendous pitch framer. That's what he's known for as a catcher. Not necessarily known for a great throwing arm.
No. He's having some trouble with this sinker.
That one on the ground softly, and not going to be an easy play. Camargo won't even make a throw.
Ground attack.
You have seen that many, many times.
Oh, yeah.
This Giants offense the last few days, it's been anything but the ground attack. But at the bottom of the order, Suarez is going to have a face-to-face with Ron Wotus before he gets in the box.
Well, like you were alluding to yesterday, or I think it was yesterday at least, about these pitchers getting their work in. This is a chance to really help yourself out.
And I don't know if Kite and you talked about it when Suarez came up for the first time, but we asked Andy the other day about whether he could hit. His answer was basically no. No, I cannot.
Yeah, when you're playing, he said he hadn't hit since 8th grade. That's some tough competition. If you're just strictly a pitcher at 8 in the 8th grade, you're doing things.
There was no Mike Soroka on the mound back in the 8th grade. That ball bunted foul. He did say, my goal is to become a good bunter.
I would certainly hope so. National League, you better be. I'm not sure if he's seen 93, 94 mile an hour sinker with this kind of action on it, though.
This will be a challenge. You do have speed on the bases, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a perfect bunt. Not perfect. Strike two. One thing Bochy was talking about, too much stabbing.
Yeah, you got to catch it. Again, the game's so easy up here.
Yes, I'm going to teach these guys how to bunt. It's coming at 93. He's hardly ever done it. Not easy. He bunts it. Beautiful.
Wow.
Like he's been doing it his whole life, and he almost beat it out. How about that?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't try a little breaking ball, something off speed. But I guess if you got two jabs at the first two, might as well try it again. Nice job. Great job right there. That's how you help yourself out. Caught it, hit it, and after that, he didn't know what else to do. He's trying to beat it out. He's probably doing a Johnny Cueto, trying to get down that line.
Cueto will lull you to sleep, and then when you're a little casual, he might beat one out. So Suarez sets it up for Blanco, who's had two really good at-bats against Soroka, has walked and singled, has stolen a base, has scored a run, and the Braves up the middle play the infield back. So a great chance here for the Giants to add to their 2-1 lead. In the dirt. That changeup that he has tried a few times, that to me, that's the pitch he needs to work on. Not that, I mean, he's 20 years old.
I know, exactly.
But if you're nitpicking on a guy who's super talented.
Because you've seen a guy being able to live off a sinker. One that always sticks out for me is Brandon Webb, being able to constantly throw a sinker, but he started developing a breaking ball to go with it.
That made him a much different pitcher. 1-1 to Blanco. 20 years old. Grew up in Calgary.
Home debut, gets a knock. Doing some things. He's just not as efficient as he was that first outing against the Mets.
80 pitches in 6 full against the Mets. 1 out into the 4th. This will be pitch 70 against the Giants. 2-1 to Blanco. Right now, the Giants are a much different offensive team than the Mets are. The Mets are struggling to hit right now. Giants are doing this just about every inning, putting pressure on pitchers. Doesn't always cash in, but man, are the Giants creating some opportunity.
That's what you got to do. Opportunities.
Blanco on the ground, foul.
Ooh, Augie, nice play.
He still got it.
Yeah, not just an infield instructor. Look at him clapping. I got it all day, no problem.
Managed in AAA 2016, a couple of years ago. Second year now as the first base coach. Health great after that scare in spring training last year. Thank goodness. 2-2. Blanco trying to put the ball in play, and he does. Breaking for the plate. Hansen. Here comes a throw. The slide safe. Alan Hansen for the second time in this series with just enough speed. He got, I think, a tremendous jump from third. That ball hit right to Freeman, and the contact play was on, and he scores.
And he did it again.
What a great play by Alan Hansen. And I'm sure the Braves want to make sure that the call was correct.
Now, let's take another look at it, but you're right. Look at the jump. Anticipating contact. Goes on. Oh, yeah. I think he gets the hand in again.
He was safe.
Let's everybody know. You don't need to get that looked at.
Wow. I mean, that is just pure athleticism and speed. Twice in this series creating a run for the Giants where almost any other base runner would have been out.
And more speed on the bases. You got Blanco now. Threat at first base. You got McCutchen, who's not afraid to take a walk. Now hitting in the 2 spot. But he's going to look for a pitch to drive. He's getting it. Best believe he's going to put a good swing on it.
Outside ball 1. That's what McCutchen's doing.
You look at Hansen's slide right here. Shades of the opening game of the series. Oh yeah,
exactly.
I mean, that is, Freeman cannot do anything else there, short of putting it right in front of home plate where Flowers can just basically put the glove down.
That was great.
Wow.
2-0 now to Andrew McCutchen, and I I can bet that the Braves are going to get the bullpen started here soon. Giants putting more pressure on Soroka. They've taken a 3-1 lead now. Still only one out. Fielder's choice for Blanco plus the run batted in. And McCutchen hits one to left center field. We'll see. Is Jackson fast enough? Acuna has to drift back, and I think that's going to be the difference. Jackson tagging. What a throw, but he's safe. Man, Acuna's arm carried it all the way and made it close, but Austin Jackson scores. It's 4-1.
Showing off the back foot.
I fear finding out what would have happened if he hadn't had to coast back those extra couple steps.
Wow.
I thought that was just a run scored, no problem.
Yeah, McCutchen looking for a pitch to drive. And like you said, drifts back. I guess he stepped into it a little bit, but wow, it's a strike.
A little.
They got some guys that can play some outfield defense, that's for sure.
Here's Belt, 0 for 2, although he's hit the ball hard in this game. He takes that one outside for a ball.
Not only play some outfield defense, but guys that can throw. A lost start in the game.
Braves do have the bullpen going. Foul ball from Belt. It's 1-1. 2 infield hits, a sac bunt, a fielder's choice, and a sac fly. 2 runs in.
Ground attack gets things going.
And you pointed it out. It wasn't just Hansen, but you had Jackson on the bases, Blanco on the bases, McCutchen. You got all the athletes in there. So the base running, the speed. 2-1 to Belt. Pretty fun to watch. Sam Freeman. Blanco just got back.
Caught him leaning just a little bit. Able to get back.
Throw over again. Well, it is a spot. Belt has hit for so much power. You don't want to make an out on the bases, but Blanco stole that base in the first fairly easily. So it's a spot where the Braves are thinking he's looking for a chance to go. Not running this time, and Belt takes a strike. It's been a fairly wide strike zone, I think, from Vic Carapazza.
Belt didn't like that one.
I think Belt genuinely believes he could just call his own strike zone. I'll let you know whether it's a strike or not.
And it would be pretty darn close.
I think it would
be good. He's gonna find a way to make it a full count. That's what he does.
Blanco runs. Belt hits a little flare. Bautista got turned around and could not catch it. But Blanco goes to third. Belt will take it. Just bloops one over the third baseman with the shift on. The inning goes on for the Giants, and they have all these hot hitters, but the guy who's hottest is coming up.
Wasted no time. His last at bat, swung at the first pitch.
And I think he's going to see somebody other than Mike Soroka. Although no, that's the pitching coach.
It's another visit though.
You're burning through him. And it may be the message is, hey, we're giving you one more guy. A little pep talk. They've used 3 of their 6 visits here in the 4th inning. Snitker can't walk that fast, so that's how I knew it was Chuck Hernandez. Hundley, who has walked and singled in a run, hitting .354, on base over 400, slugging over 600. That's your backup catcher.
Yep, and that's probably the message right there. Say, hey, don't throw this guy a first pitch fastball in the zone. That's my guess.
Because you were right. Hundley has been ready to swing. First pitch. He threw
the breaking ball.
That hard slider off the plate. Hundley's not chasing right now.
Backup catchers don't miss heaters very often.
Yeah, it's almost like a pinch hitter in a way. You're not playing every day. You're looking for that fastball to hit. You sit on the bench for a couple days. I want a fastball. It's a good problem to have, but the Giants, they would like to find as many at bats for this guy as they can. Almost 500 with a lot of power his last 12 games. But that 1 for 15, it was the loudest 1 for 15 you could ever dream up. He was hitting one line drive after another and getting nothing for it. Hits that one hard down the right field line, but foul. After Longoria's home run the other night, you don't take anything for granted in that direction.
Oh, no. I mean, Hundley's looking the part, looking all hitterish, forearms just bulging out right there, flexing on the young fella on the mound.
Yeah, you try to get another one of those by me.
Challenge me again. Let's go.
First and third, 2 out. Belt runs, and Hundley hits one up the middle. Albies moving in that direction will throw out Hundley. And I don't know if he would have been there if Belt hadn't been going. Maybe. But 2 more runs for the Giants, and the athleticism of Alan Hansen. The second slide like that in this series. What a play. Midway through 4, Giants lead 4-1.
Ready to serve all military families.
Well, the Giants trying to make it 3 in a row against the Braves in Atlanta on this Sunday afternoon. 4-1 they now lead going to the bottom of the 4th inning. Gorgeous Sunday here in the South. 74 degrees at game time. Giants have outscored the Braves in this series to this moment 24-7. Now we got a long way to go here in this game. The Braves have been the most explosive offense in the National League through the first month plus. So this game is not over, but it just gives you an idea. The Braves came in red hot, and the Giants have outplayed them this weekend. Here's Bautista. He came up following the error in the first inning and worked a 10-pitch walk, which was sort of like vintage Jose Bautista.
Suarez yet again with an opportunity for a shutdown inning.
Bautista shows a bunt. I don't think he was going to bunt, and it worked. He fooled the umpire.
Oh my goodness.
That was right down the middle, above the knees.
Wow. I mean,
hello, Vic.
Not sure what's going on there.
Bautista hits that one toward left center field. Jackson, maybe you don't draw the route to the ball on that one, but hey, you got there no problem. A little zigzaggy.
Yeah, just taking it in. No big deal. He was tracking it all the way.
Not a problem. Up comes Tyler Flowers, who had the infield hit when Pablo made the great diving stab but couldn't make the exchange. I think he had time to throw him out if he had made the clean exchange, but it got the run in the first inning, which still is the only run the Braves have.
He was just setting up the next play, that next hot shot down the line.
He made up for it.
Oh yeah. Oof.
Okay.
Vic's tightening up here.
All of a sudden. I told Tyler Flowers to get in the box. I just gave you a gift, son. Here's a ball. 2-0. One thing about Andy Suarez, every young pitcher has to go through it, and he's getting tested today. The Giants defense has not been clean behind him. And it happens, right? Your defense is not going to be perfect. That's a liner past the reach of Pablo. And Flowers, with Blanco cutting it off, will stop at first. Just a base hit. But I think it's a good test for a young guy to work your way through. It's not always going to be perfect behind you. It happens. And he's done a nice job.
He does. He's still pitching to contact. He's still pitching his game. And the guy that made the error comes back and makes two very quick turns with very fast runners going down the line, being able to get two double plays. Then Ciarte and Markakis, guys that can get down the line. So everyone's playing their part, picking each other up. That's when you're playing winning baseball.
First pitch to Camargo for ball one. Pitcher spot is next, even though this is the number 7 spot in the order. We've seen it all weekend long. Braves hit the pitcher 8th, and the former Giant Charlie Culberson is in the on deck circle. So they're going to use a pinch hitter. On the ground to third. Pablo's got it. That's one, and plenty of time for the double play. Okay, so Culberson won't hit in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th. Pablo will lead off 4-1 Giants.
Homers, 1 triple, 3 doubles, 8 RBIs, 2 walks, 13 strikeouts. He was a 31st pick overall in the 2015 draft out of Boston College. And the big fella, 6'3", 226, 24-year-old, doing some work down there down on the farm. Nice job.
A lot of power from Chris Shaw, didn't you all say? He was picked just a few picks after Mike Soroka, the starter for the Braves today, who is out of this game. Speaking of, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and brake expert. Sam Freeman takes over on the mound, the lefty.
He is coming in for the 18th time. Sam Freeman spent a lot of time in St. Louis. He's got some good stuff. High velocity guy, 4-seam, 2-seam, mid-90s fastball.
Turns Pablo around to the right side, takes a strike.
And he's got that slider right there that you'll see a lot of, and a changeup split finger kind of thing, about the same speed. When he's on, he's pretty nasty.
95. There's that velocity you're talking about. It's 0-2. Well, Mike Soroka, the starter, wasn't quite as easy as his first big league start was. I'm not saying that was easy, but he made it look easy against Syndergaard and the Mets. He went 6 and just kind of coasted through. Not today. Pablo strikes out on that splitter. 1 out. With Crawford coming up, Soroka gave up 7 hits, 4 runs, struck out 3, walked 3. Crawford had one of the hits against him. It's been fun to watch Brandon Crawford get things going. What was it? The last couple of days of April, he was hitting 180. He's already up to 245. It's May 6th. It's happened fast. Takes a strike.
It happens. Changing calendar works a lot of times. A good reset. He said he's worked on a couple things, changed his hand position, the load, getting the foot down, doing those things, and just reacting.
1-1 from Freeman to Crawford. Giants have a 4-1 lead.
Keeps that guy happy.
Gum chewing, the hat's on, bubbles blowing. He tweeted last night. Did you notice that?
I saw that.
Here's Bochy, who's already become a popular figure on social media. I walked into his office this morning and said, "You tweeted." Crawford strikes out swinging. Bochy said, "I did."
Brandon McCarthy with a good answer.
He did, but McCarthy kind of came back to him and said he really felt bad for Boch, so Bochy had a parking snafu yesterday. Yeah, they didn't let him park. They didn't believe him, I guess, that he was the manager of the Giants. They made him park across the street. And Bochy was joking around, basically saying, "Well, if I can get 11 runs, I'll park wherever." 2 down, Alan Hansen, who has a hit and a run scored in a very spectacular fashion, takes a ball from Freeman. Sam Freeman looks pretty good.
He's come in. He's feeling good today. That stuff looking pretty nasty right now.
I think it will be interesting to watch the Braves as the summer goes on. If they're in first place and 20 games over at the deadline, they're not going to be selling off pieces, but I think they are one of those teams that is quote ahead of schedule to where they could make some deals in both directions around the trade deadline. And they could trade Sam Freeman if he's throwing like this to a contending team that needs a left-hander and just promote one of their other talented young guys from the minor leagues. And it'd be interesting to watch the Braves as the year goes on. I can't wait to see the Phillies. You and I and Dwayne and John will be in Philadelphia starting tomorrow for 4 games. And the Phillies are a lot like the Braves. The young talent is all sort of coming at the same time. They're winning games. On the ground, hard and fair. Pass the bag down the line. Alan Hansen with his speed is easily going to have extra bases. It's a 2-out double, and Alan Hansen just keeps on doing things for the Giants offensively. Wow.
He's just stayed hot. You look at this pitch again, trying to locate this fastball in, hits a spot, just does a better job of getting the bat head to the ball. Batista gives it an effort, just not able to make the play. And you mentioned it, Hansen's speed, hits it down the line, gives it one more peek, and then that's it. He just knows he's going to be able to cruise into second. You got a runner in scoring position.
Tell you what, it does not take him long to get up to full speed.
Does not.
Looked like about 2 strides and he was going. They'll walk Austin Jackson intentionally. in case you haven't followed baseball the last couple of years, you don't have to throw those pitches anymore. You just say go to first base. So Andy Suarez has a chance to drive in a run. If I were him, I'd bunt. Bautista's playing back. Put the same bunt down you just did.
Hey, get you practicing.
Bautista, I don't know if with the way Suarez ran, I don't know if he could throw him out if he put that same bunt down. I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you right now, he may not even swing the bat. Left on left, the guy throwing mid to upper 90s, he's just going to go ahead and probably Statue of Liberty here.
Oh.
And look at that. He's not doing that again. That was almost a stinger. That was almost right on the hand.
Yeah, don't throw your hand into the ball.
No.
Oh, 2.
Oh.
Yeah. We kind of saw that coming. A double, an intentional walk, 3 strikeouts. Middle of the 5th. He'll go back to the mound. 4-1 Giants.
Go Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Back here in Atlanta, where we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Giants have a 4-1 lead over the Braves. Andy Suarez back to work against the 8-9-1 spots. By the way, our 2018 All-Star Teacher Program brought to you by Provident Credit Union. 12th season that NBC Sports Bay Area All-Star Teacher Program has existed, recognizing teachers that make a difference. The winner receives $20,000 for his or her school. That's a pretty big prize. Visit NBCSportsBayArea.com and vote. Well, Sam Freeman will hit here. So the pitcher, they didn't make a double switch. So that means Freeman's spot leads off. He pitches left-handed. He bats right-handed. He's never had a hit. And he takes ball 1 from Andy Suarez.
3rd at bat his career, I think.
3rd career at bat. How'd you know that?
He's feeling froggy. Open stance.
He's trying to open up and launch one.
This is what every relief pitcher lives for. Any pitcher in general, but relievers obviously, because you get 1 at bat, maybe a season, maybe if you're lucky.
Okay, so you're that relief pitcher. You're had a few of them.
You're going for it, yeah. You're going for the downs.
He almost had himself a hit.
You don't want to try to draw a walk. You don't care that much.
Right.
You know.
Swing mode.
You're in swing mode.
1-2. Struck him out. Swing mode. Suarez gets his 3rd strikeout. Freeman looks completely ticked off.
Because he knows that's it. He's
gear up.
Probably the last at bat of the year.
Gear up for 2019, Sam. 1 out, The 9th place hitter, Ender Inciarte, who grounded into a double play his first time up. Not easy to turn a double play against Inciarte. One of the fastest guys home to first in the game. He takes a strike. That curveball from Suarez. You know, Bruce Bochy pointed out in our pregame chat on the radio side that he likes that curveball from Suarez. He's not throwing it a ton. Tried the hard slider there, or maybe some sort of cutter. It's 1-1, but he likes the way that Suarez has started to use that curveball a little more.
That cutter slider is such a good pitch. That's his go-to pitch. That's his punch-out pitch. But when you can get those curveballs over, it's all about that change of speed on your fastball. And even good changeups now are only about 5-8 miles an hour different, but those curveballs can be up to 10, 12, 15 miles an hour slower. If you can start locating those, that really makes hitting difficult.
The 1-2 outside. He's got Inciarte to ground into the double play, plus 2 other double play grounders that the Giants have turned. They've turned more than any team in the big leagues, and Suarez last 2 starts has gotten 6 of them in 2 starts. That one is ripped foul.
What that tells me is late life. That's really what that tells me with this pitch. It's got late action. It's not so much about velocity. Obviously velocity does help, but when you get that late action, whether it's with the breaking ball or with the fastball, where it just starts to sink and dive, that's what you want. You want a guy as a starter that's going to be able to get you strikeouts if he needs to, but get quick outs too. Suarez is that package.
2-2. Oof, just missed at 94. How about that? This is 3rd start of the year. Most double plays induced in the league. And Ty Block, you saw him in there as well. And they do have some similarities, these 2 young Giants lefties. So far, there's been more swing and miss stuff from Andy Suarez, and that's not a knock on Block. He's probably never going to be a big strikeout pitcher. 3-2. Strike 3 call. All right, Inciarte acted like that was ball 4. He was headed to first base. It was right in there.
Yeah, he was sitting on something off speed, didn't get it. Back to the dugout he goes. Take another look. The misfire, tried to be fastball in, got the fastball away.
I think he tried to start to sell it and then thought, nah, I can't even sell that.
Yeah, it's over. And Vic Carpazza, he'll let you know what it is.
He's got a pretty emphatic call, doesn't he? Maybe not quite Tom Hallion, but he's in the conversation. Who are the other guys? Can you think of any who've got the? I always think of Hallion especially because of Philadelphia and Game 6. Brian Wilson, Ryan Howard, strike 3 called. He punched that one up pretty good.
The uppercut.
He did.
Now you seem to remember the umpires that take a long time to call
Albies to right center field. He hit that hard. McCutchen watches it. It's high up off the bricks. Plays the carom, and Albies decides to stay put. How about that? With his speed, he must not have been running, huh?
Wow. Nice job by McCutchen. Knows he has no chance. Gets himself in good position to play the ball up the carom. You look at it again right here.
And I know it was a hard carom.
Right there, just get himself in good position, sets his feet, turns and throws. Albies, he's hustling. I think he was maybe thinking it was an easy 2 till he saw that arm.
Yeah, it was a hard carom, well played by McCutchen. I was still surprised, and yeah, he wasn't dogging it. That's a strike to Acuna. 5'7", 165. He has got some pop. So does this guy. Acuna 2 for 2. Maybe his worst hit balls of the whole series, and he's got 2 hits on him. But
You'll take singles.
Yeah, and that's that. You're right about that, and that's what Suarez is trying to do here. You're in the heart of the order now. You got power up. Giants ahead 4-1. One swing could change this game. Way inside. That gets the feet moving.
I don't mind it. That's a good thing to do, especially with a young, aggressive hitter. Move the feet, make them uncomfortable. Take another look at it here.
Had a pretty good rip at the high fastball, 2-2.
Block was able to throw a couple straight changes yesterday in these spots. See if he tries to stay away from him or maybe go yet another hard fastball in.
In the dirt, Hundley kept it around home plate, but a good break by Albies. That'll be a wild pitch. In scoring position, full count to Acuna. And is it?
Hundley did all he could do there. Kept it in front of him. Easy read for Albies, and off he goes with that kind of speed. He's got no chance, and that's where you're thankful you got 2 outs. Now you got a base to play with. Not that you want to do that. You don't ever want to bring the tying run up to the plate, but left on left matchup. He's had some good at bats against Freeman.
Acuna strikes out swinging. He reached back and got the fastball by him. That was pretty impressive. So runner stranded, still 4-1 Giants.
May 17th is Filipino Heritage Night. Your special event package includes a ticket to see the Giants take on the Rockies, a Filipino Giants t-shirt, and a reminder to receive the t-shirt you'll need to purchase the special event ticket. Visit sfgiants.com/special events for that ticket.
Always one of the most popular, those Heritage Nights every year. Blanco against Freeman still in the game out of the Braves bullpen after Soroka went 4. Giants have the 4-1 lead. Gregor has been on base twice, plus has driven in a run with that fielder's choice. Has stolen a base and scored a run. One and one. It's been a mostly quiet series for him with all the other Giants hitting, but that triple he hit in game 1 after the Giants had fallen behind, and it was really the hit that started the big rally that got the Giants ahead in that game. That's one of the biggest hits of the series.
It did. It kind of set the tone. They knew they were facing a hot team coming in, a team that scores a lot in that first inning. To be able to come back and get that rally going and really take all the pressure off the pitcher. You know, in the 8 spot, you want to be the guy, and he was the guy. Did a nice job.
Strike 2.
But this is where you're looking for some add-on runs. This is 3 runs. It's a nice lead. It's a comfortable lead, but you want to. Now you're into the bullpen. You want to do a little more damage when you can.
And you have the top of the order up here for the 4th time now. Blanco kind of sprayed that one down the left field line. This is the play we were talking about from Friday night. Giants fell behind 2-0 with Stratton on the mound, and this was in the very next half inning, and it got the Giants on the board. It tied the game. And all the way around to third. That was a big hit.
And the excitement there, that's what I like. Because the dugout's right there. You're screaming right at him. Everyone's fired up.
Kind of squibbed that toward third. Bautista throws him out. The 1 out. By the way, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. You can try it right now. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. Bruce Bochy absolutely loves Gregor Blanco for that reason. I mean, he really believes that he has been a huge part of this Giants team this year, back in the organization, excited to be here. And he just loves the energy and the enthusiasm.
You got to have guys like that, and they got 2. As far as I'm concerned, you got Panda now in that position. With the trade with Longoria, you have your established third baseman. Panda's fallen into that bench role, but another guy that's always positive, always happy to be out, happy to be putting on the black and orange. And those 2, they keep it light.
McCutchen into right center field. That'll be a hit for Andrew McCutchen. They keep shifting against him, and he just keeps beating the shift. I don't know whether Albies could have jumped up and made a catch there, maybe not, but it's why, and I think that's what he's saying. Look, they don't even guard that side of the field. I'll just take my hits.
And much like you mentioned, you take a look at it here, just muscles it out in the right field. I'm not sure if the second baseman been able to make a play, but it doesn't matter at this point. But like you said, another leadoff man right there hitting 2. He's got speed. He's going to make Freeman think about him, and that's maybe make a mistake, and then Belt's throwing one in the gap.
Here is Belt, lefty on lefty inside, and he got the hands out of the way. Yeah, that one will make you think for a minute. Yeah, Bochy was talking with us a lot before the game about McCutchen's base running, speed and base running, and what a difference maker it's been.
It's a threat, always a threat.
Another one inside, 2-0. We've seen him go first to third, score from second on hits where a lot of runners would not be scoring. He may not be a base stealer in quite the same way that he once was. I don't think he's lost much speed, though, if any. 3-0.
So you got him. I'm not even sure if Freeman's thinking like that, but you got a guy with some speed now. You quicken up your pace just a little bit. You leak out of your mechanics. You start leaving the ball arm side. Now you're falling behind, and now you're really looking at some trouble if you get Nick Hundley up there.
Oh, you got the call there. My goodness. Just let Belt call the strike zone. He knew that was ball 4.
Look at the fastball.
I mean, that's not even to the target. That's not a strike. I'm over it. It's not easy being an umpire. You're going to miss some, but
you're right.
That's ball 4. That's base.
He's probably calling a strike right there, because if Flowers doesn't catch that, it's catching him right in the leg, or right on his hand.
Okay, that's a ball. Belt draws the walk. He's on base for a second straight time, and now you got to rally with your hot hitter, one of your many hot hitters coming up from the right side, Nick Hundley. 2 on 1 out.
They don't have anybody to bring in right here. They're just now starting to shuffle some bodies down in the bullpen. This might have been a spot where you'd want to do something, because Nick Hundley's hitting .440 coming into this game today against left-handed pitching. And I don't know much about numbers, but that's pretty good.
They get another lefty up in the bullpen. You're right. No right-hander. You got Crawford looming. Maybe he's getting ready for Brandon. Right back to Pablo.
Pablo, nice play.
He grabbed it barehand style in the on-deck circle.
Sure did.
He can pitch. He can hit.
What can he do? You know. Can't flip it to a fan. You got to throw it up and over that screen now.
The net, it does. It's changed the whole dynamic for on-deck hitters. Hundley rips one. Foul. Yikes.
Look out.
You need the net all the way down the line.
That was coming in hot.
Hot dog went flying. See if he eats it.
Yeah, that was $15. He's eating it.
Well, that's a little dirt. 5-second rule.
Yeah.
Oh, now
There it
he
is.
did. There we go.
Get the mustard off the finger. He's all set.
105 miles an hour off the bat, Nick Hundley.
That's
that
it?
Foul ball. Yeah, it looked like 115.
Still working on the mustard.
0-2. Tried to get him to chase that split. Might take an inning. Meanwhile, his friend, it's going to take him about 10 seconds to get the whole thing down. Yeah, last bite. Can we get it all in? Oh, not even a problem.
Give them credit. They're paying attention at least, you know. Not on their phones. Just crushing a hot dog.
That's what you're supposed to do at a game. Bautista for one. Double play. Well, the Giants build a rally, and Hundley actually hit it pretty hard, but right to the defense. Middle of the sixth, still 4-1 Giants. Turns 87 today, 24-time All-Star, 12 Gold Gloves, and they didn't even give out the Gold Glove his whole career. Third in the history of the game in total bases, fifth in home runs, 660, scored more than 2,000 runs, played almost 3,000 games. All those runs batted in, better than 3,000 hits. And speaking of, how about a great milestone moment?
Mays hits it in the left field. There goes number 3,000. Willie Mays gets his 3,000th base hit.
All kinds of dignitaries were there for hit number 3,000 for
That's
the great
great.
Willie Mays. Happy birthday, Willie. We hope you're enjoying it, having a big slice of cake, taking in the Giants here in Atlanta. We can't wait to see you when we get back home. He had Willie Mays, by the way, as an outfielder. We saw those offensive numbers. I saw a number today as an outfielder, more than 7,000 putouts in his career.
Oh my goodness.
He played 2,000 roughly games. 7,000 and 93 putouts, all-time record for an outfielder. Ichiro got to 5,000 before he retired, so he came up 2,000 short of Willie, the active leader.
Hey, Ichiro hasn't retired.
Yeah, okay, he's taking a pause. He's reevaluating things. 3,900. That may never be broken.
That's amazing.
I found that one to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
You always recite the offensive numbers. Freeman against the shift. Crawford just had no play. Even if he fielded it cleanly, wasn't going to throw him out. So Freddie Freeman starts the 6th with an infield hit. We brought up Willie the other night when Albert Pujols got his 3,000 hit. The only 4 in the history of the game with 600 or more home runs, 3,000 or more hits. Aaron, A-Rod, Willie Mays, Albert Pujols. Of course, Hank Aaron, who is such a huge part of this Braves franchise's history.
That is so much damage right there.
Look at that. Seriously.
Wow. Oh.
Here's Markakis. Giants are going to get the bullpen going. Suarez, 88 pitches. He's thrown the ball well again today. The lead is only 3 runs, and it's Corey Guerin who's up in the bullpen.
I'm one of those hits for sure. Maybe multiple. I'm not sure. But I did get a few chances to face Pujols. So maybe you'd only have like 3,000.
Yeah, today would be the milestone day without you.
Yeah, right. I think.
Fouled away by Markakis, 1-1.
I could look it up, but I don't really feel like it.
Sometimes things are best left just to vague memories.
Yeah.
Well, Albert Pujols, great player, but when you put everything together, the base running, the defense. 1-1 pitch in the dirt, and Willie's kind of on a tier of his own. There just never was anybody, and maybe Mike Trout will end up being in that neighborhood when it's all said and done. Maybe.
And you take Willie for granted as a player coming into that clubhouse for 7 years, and just you see him like you see anybody. Just you kind of forget that you're walking by greatness. Special man.
That one is ripped down the right field line, but foul. And how cool is it that he's still such a part of the Giants organization?
It's awesome.
He's there almost every game the Giants are home, and the players check in with him and talk to him, and he asks them questions and they ask him questions. And
that's what I mean. Like, you just it's so routine and so normal that you're in the presence of greatness. You don't get that opportunity very often. And he's engaging, which is nice. He wants to talk shop, and that's the best part about him.
2-2. Markakis goes down swinging. 6 strikeouts for Andy Suarez. That's a big one.
Real big. Puts him 1 pitch away again. You can get another 2 ball. They're back in the dugout.
Well, he may not get the chance to do it. You could kind of see this coming with Guerin up and warming up and the right-handed hitters lined up here. I bet you it was still a tough decision for the Giants manager. But what a day for Andy Suarez. It's up to the bullpen to take it the rest of the way. 4-1 Giants when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Be back right after this. with the right-handed hitters lined up for the Braves. 15 appearances, a 4.09 ERA. Has not always been smooth sailing, kind of been an up and down year for Corey Guerin. Last night threw one pitch and got an out.
He's getting his bearings back, though. He's throwing the ball well as of late, and this is a good spot right here for him.
See if he can get the ground ball. Runner at first, one out. Bautista the hitter. Ball one. Bautista has walked and flied out. Great job, Andy Suarez, again today.
Pitching in and out of trouble. Like you said, it wasn't smooth sailing, but great job.
Strike one. Challenged him.
I feel like that's what the Giants should do more with Bautista at this point. You don't want to play with fire, but it just doesn't seem like he's got his timing down on these fastballs. It seems like he's getting the better swings on the breaking stuff or off-speed stuff.
Well, he went right back with the hard stuff out over the plate, and same result. Strike two.
Maybe a little bit better location this next time.
Maybe.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just trust it. You know it's going to move. There's Suarez and checking out his work, and now you try to get that grounder. Make him reach for something, roll it over.
Missed up with the sinker. 2-2. Suarez is in line to get his first major league win, but a ways to go in this game. Only one out in the 6th inning. Had the Giants been a little cleaner defensively behind him, pitch count probably wouldn't be quite as much of an issue. He may have had a chance to get a little deeper in the game, but all things considered, great job. Way outside with the slider. Now you can't mess around.
No.
3-2. You walk Bautista and you bring up the tying run. That, to me, is a difference maker for Guerin. When things aren't quite going as well for him, that slider is an easy take. He throws a lot of them so far out of the strike zone because he'll get hitters to chase.
Give him his best fastball here.
Freddie Freeman got a monstrous jump, but Bautista popped it up. Pablo fighting that bright sun for out number 2. We were talking about on Willie Mays' birthday how you and your teammates and current Giants love talking to Willie. Andrew McCutcheon in spring training talking to Willie Mays. One of his first experiences putting on the Giants uniform. Okay, there's the greatest of all time sitting at that table.
You have to. You have to do this. That's the thing. Especially in spring training, you walk right by him, you see him, and it's just, hey, Willie. You just totally forget that's the greatest right there.
And Willie, he'll like grab your glove and say, "Let me see that glove. What kind of glove are you using? I wouldn't have used a glove like this. That's a foul ball." From Flowers, he loves to have fun with the guys, and not to knock any of those other hitters on those all-time lists. We were showing you the leaderboards of Aaron and Pujols and A-Rod. I mean, Willie gave up 2 years of his absolute peak powers to military service, 2 full years. Then he played at Candlestick, which took away how many home runs from Willie? I mean, a lot. Who knows what those numbers would have looked like? 2 extra years, and Willie gladly did it. I mean, he doesn't complain about it, but
he'll tell you. He'll tell you. He didn't know 40-40 was a thing. He didn't know 30-30 was a thing. He's like, I would have been doing that my whole career if it was a.
That's a smash and picked clean by Pablo. Nice play by Sandoval. Guerin gets a couple outs. We'll go to the 7th. You and Kipe can keep telling me stories. Yeah, I'll be on the radio side. 4-1 Giants.
$5.6 million. Download Beat the Streak today in the App Store or on MLB.com/BTS. It is 4-1 Giants, top 7. And when you think it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Taking the mound now for the Braves is Jesse Biddle, and to take us the rest of the way, Dwayne Kuiper.
All right, thanks, Javi. And here's Jesse Biddle facing Pablo Sandoval. And Pablo takes high. 1 ball and no strikes. So Biddle becomes the 3rd Atlanta Braves pitcher. And Sandoval takes another one that misses. Sandoval is 1 for 3. 3-0. On deck is Crawford and then Hansen. Three and 1. Giants trying to add on, as you need to do in most parks, including this one, as this is slowly hit to Camargo. So Sandoval is retired. Nice comeback for Biddle. 1 out, and here's Crawford. Crawford 1 for 3. Started out the ball game with a base hit, then hit into a double play, and he struck out. So lefty against lefty with Hansen on deck here in the 7th. Crawford doesn't waste any time, and that's high and foul and out of play. So Suarez pretty impressive, wouldn't you think?
In and out of trouble today. Picked up his defense at times and effectively, wow, did a great job. Got punch outs when he needed them.
Crawford lines it to left. It's going to sail right past Acuna. And Crawford's got a double. Here in the 4th inning, watch Hansen score on this ground ball to Freeman.
Great jump. Look at that. Contact play was on. Freeman could not do anything else on that play. That was perfect. Besides throwing it right on the play where Flowers was just catching it on home plate. It was a replay of Friday night, or sorry, of yeah, Friday night.
Yeah.
And he was able to do it, and Hansen calling his own safe again. Stay hot, kid.
And he's got 2 hits today, 1 a double down the 3rd base line, and here he takes high. Jackson to follow. This is the 7th. 2-0. So nice at bat from Crawford. Moyland in the bullpen. All back. Nice swing. 2 balls and 1 strike. Giants now with double digits in hits. They have 10. Two and 2. So Hansen, slightly open stance. He has that same stance when he's batting left-handed. And a little pop up out of play. So he's going to get a shot at another pitch. Giants bullpen is quiet. Except for Dyson. Totally hidden from.
Well, he is quiet. He wasn't throwing a pitch. He's just standing there.
I got you. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once and out briefly. And the pitch. Henson hits a high fly ball center field. Inciarte will put this one away. And Jackson's going to hit with 2 outs. And Crawford at second. And it is not going to be the lefty Biddle to face Jackson. Evan Longoria is now in the on-deck circle. So we're going to take a break. It is set up like this. Today at 4:30 on NBC Sports Network, Sharks Playoff Central. After the game, NBC Sports California. So check it out. Good luck, Sharks. Get it to Game 7. Here's Moylan to face Jackson. Giants with a 4-1 lead. They have an insurance run standing at second base in Brandon Crawford. So here's Jackson, who's 1 for 2. And he takes wide. 1 ball and no strikes with Longoria leaning on a bat in the on-deck circle. The numbers for Moylan.
Look at him right there. Second time he's pitched in this series. You're going to get sinkers, heavy sinker, slider, and he will throw a changeup to left-handed hitters.
The pitch. Swing. And a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Crawford with his lead at second. And now Moylan's going to take a walk. Wasn't feeling it.
Big RBI out there. We can get it.
And a bell tie strike as he drops down. It's 1 and 2. Maybe not dropping down, maybe just his normal motion. But it can be a little rough for a right-handed hitter. Jackson stays alive as he fights it off. Giants have left 9 in this game. The Braves have stranded 5. Suarez again had 3 double plays.
They showed the graphic of him quickly jumping into the league leaders of getting double plays.
Yep. Got him, and they'll end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. It remains the Giants 4 and the Braves 1.
Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Here at SunTrust Park, it's a 4-1 ball game. And the Giants will get into their bullpen one more time. See, 4 runs, 10 hits and an error, a run, 7 hits and no errors for the Braves. Sam Dyson is going to be the new pitcher when it's time for a change. Things speedy. Oil change and auto service, your trusted oil change tune-up in brake experts. So there's the numbers for Dyson.
He's coming on for the 16th time. Starting to really throw the ball well, finding that late action on that sinker. Get good command of his stuff and coming on here in a setup role, doing work.
All right, Javi.
Well, look at Andy Suarez today being able to move the ball in and out on these guys. These are some tough bats. Freddie Freeman coming in, hitting over 300 against lefties, getting the double plays. Got 3 of them today. Markakis, another guy that's been hot this whole season and this series, and gets a big strikeout there to end the side. Really impressive outing for the guy in his third big league start, and still in line for his first W.
So Dyson, who replaces Guerin. And Dyson will have, looks to be a pinch hitter after Camargo. It'll be Tucker. Longoria comes in to play third, so his afternoon off is over. So it'll be Camargo and then Tucker and then Inciarte here in the 7th. Camargo takes high and wide. Camargo is 0 for 3, or make that 0 for 2. And a belt tie strike to Camargo. Dyson, the high set and the pitch, and it's a strike on the inside corner. So Longoria off the bag at third. Crawford, Hansen, Belt in the infield. You see the gap between Longoria and the bag. On the ground to Belt. Belt will kind of circle to the bag and beat Camargo easily. 1 out. With Dyson, you want to see ground balls, and there's one.
So I feel like he's really found his mechanics over the last 2 weeks. Working through the catcher, getting on top of the ball, getting that ball to sink, and letting these really good infielders make the plays for him. And Brandon Belt loves to do that too. Doesn't like to do the flip unless he absolutely has to. Rather just make sure he touches the base and gets the out.
So Tucker hitting at 275. He's come off the bench in every one of these games in this series. Overshift is on. Crawford the only defender on the left side. We are in the 7th inning. Outside and high, 2-0. Over on the radio side, I was keeping an eye on the Nationals and the Phillies. Scherzer had 14 strikeouts through 6 innings.
That's it?
And he had a 1-0 lead. This is bounced to Hansen, who kicks it. That's the second error in the game for Hansen. And anyway, they took Scherzer out of the game, and the Phillies took the lead, which they still have.
Dyson once again gets a ground ball, couple hopper to Hansen. Not quite sure what happened there. I'd love to break it down, but it just seems like he was ready to come up and throw before he had secured the package.
So here's Inciarte. Foul back, and it's 0-1.
But if you're Dyson, you're just looking to do that again, get another ground ball.
Absolutely. This is down the left field line, and it's going to reach the seats. It's 0-2.
It's an out in Oakland.
That is an out in Oakland. You're absolutely right. Might have 4 different people that could catch that pop-up in Oakland. The old candlestick days. That's an OUT. Oh, and 2. Close. 1 and 2.
Perfect placement. Great pitch by Sam right there. I think Inciarte lays off this fastball because he just had no chance of hitting.
See if Hundley sets back inside again. And a little pop up out to Crawford. And Crawford will put it away. And that'll bring up Albies. Albies missed the home run by about 4 feet in the 5th inning.
Were you as surprised as we were that he stopped running?
Yeah, when he left the box, it didn't look like he thought it was out. But maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, great play by McCutchen. Played it perfectly.
It really was. It just wasn't like Albies to stop. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Acuna to follow. We're in the 7th inning. Tucker reaches on the air by Hansen. Jackson's got a beat on this one, and that'll end the inning. Nice job by Dyson to pitch through the air. 8th inning coming up. It's 4-1 Giants. Your local Toyota dealer. Suarez started for the Giants. The kid Mike Soroka started for the Braves, and Suarez outpitched him. He went 5 1/3. Did not allow an earned run, a walk, and 6 strikeouts. Soroka left after 4. Hansen's got a couple of hits. The Giants scored 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, and they lead 4-1. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts. It's Dan Winkler facing Longoria. Longoria hits a fly ball in the park to right. 1 pitch, 1 out. So Winkler gets an out, and here's Blanco. Blanco's had an interesting game. He's walked, he's singled and scored, he's knocked in a run with a fielder's choice. And he does always seem to do something to help the team win, at least in his glory days with the Giants. When the whole situation with Melky Cabrera happened, the Giants really, they were like, what are we going to do now? And this guy came through.
He did. He did.
Foul back. 0-2.
He's so easily liked, and I think that's one of the things we were just talking about when Dave was in here. It's the fact that he's the high energy guy. He's always super positive, accepts whatever role he's given. He's going to go to work. He's going to battle his tail off for you, and that's what you want. Give me an opportunity. I'm going to show you what I can do, and he did that when Melky went down.
Little pop-up third base side for Batista. 2 outs. Giants lost their center fielder in 2014. What are we going to do? Gregor Blanco. So here's McCutchen. McCutchen has had a nice game. He scored a run. He's knocked one in. It's 1 for 2. And the first pitch is down low. What is McCutchen at now? 248.
It's climbing.
He is climbing. I'm telling you, it's going to be 300 by Friday night. There's a ball strike. See Watson getting loose in the Giants bullpen. Foul. 1 and 2.
Game setting up the way Boch wants it. Tyson, Watson, Strickland. As a reliever, you always kind of want to spoil the party for the closer and at least get him warming up and then have your team score a couple.
Yep. Fights another one off. Belt watching from the on-deck circle. And that'll end the inning. So Winkler gets a 1-2-3-8. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Right here on NBC Sports Bay Area as the East Coast trip continues. Also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the NBC Sports Bay Area.com. Four to 1. Giants when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. It's Tony Watson facing Acuna.
Coming on for the 15th time. Tony having a great start to the year. And like I said, setting up the way Bochy wants to see it.
0-1.
He'll come in, face the heart of the order. A couple lefties coming up for him. Got to get Acuna first.
Looks like he might do that as McCutchen waits, and he puts it away. And here's Freeman. Freeman is 1 for 3. He couldn't solve Suarez until he had an infield hit in the 6th. Breaking ball for a strike. On the ground, Hansen from the outfield grass is going to make the play. Boy, it seems like after you make a couple of errors, every ground ball is going to be hit to you, and none of them are going to be routine.
Nope.
And anytime you're way out on the grass, that's not a routine play.
No, you got to worry about getting that lip right there for the outfield, but scoops it up easy.
Guarantee you he's feeling a lot better after that.
Yeah.
Here's Markakis. And a strike to Markakis.
Yeah, look at him. Happy. It does work. The glove does work.
Yeah, it does.
Sometimes you need to get some reassurance.
Hit to left. And Blanco with a quick jump to move back. And Watson with a very nice quick 1-2-3 innings, 6 pitches. So 9th inning coming up. 4-1 Giants. Four to 1 Giants here in the 9th. Herodias Vizcaíno is the new pitcher for the Atlanta Braves.
As their closer coming in for the 15th time. Look at the numbers there. The only thing that's alarming I see is just the walks. He's got 9 walks in 13 2/3. But when he gets the ball over the plate, he is tough to hit. The opponent batting average is just 163. The walks are the ones that are getting him in trouble. But you're going to see a lot of velocity here. Mid to upper 90s fastball. And then have a curveball coming off of that about mid-80s.
So facing Belt. Belt 1 for 3 with a walk. And a called strike.
Tony Watson, 6 pitches, 6 strikes.
Yep.
See you later.
How about that?
That's how you do it.
Hi to Belt. I asked Belt Friday. I said, his wife Haley's pregnant. They have a 2-year-old at home. I said, are they here? He goes, no. I said, so what does that mean for you on the road? He goes, one thing, sleep. Two balls and a strike. And Belt takes wide. Hundley to follow, and then Sandoval. Overshift is on. And Belt fouls it out of play.
Wishes he could have that one back.
Yeah, he had a good swing at it.
He did. Got in the hitter's count. 3-1 fastball middle. Just enough movement to get it off the barrel to just foul it off.
Belt hits a high fly ball just to the right of straightaway center field. 1 out.
There's Strick getting heated up. We'll have a chance to pitch in front of the home crowd. Grew up just down the street.
So here's Hundley. And the pitch is down low. Two balls and no strikes. Hundley hits one high and foul.
Oh. Second deck. He is seeing the ball very well right now.
Yes, he is. And he takes it high and in.
You can see why you like Vizcaíno. He's got the arm. He's throwing 10 pitches, those 6 balls. That's been the issue all year. He's trying to locate it, get it over the plate.
3-2. So here's the payoff to Hundley, and he rolls it foul. Tomlinson is on deck. Hundley hits one into left center field, but it's right at Acuna, and he puts it away. 2 down. fit for Tomlinson as far as a pinch hitter.
That short, compact swing keeps it in the zone, gives himself a chance.
And a called strike.
There's always a role for a guy that put a bat on a ball.
And if you can play both those middle infield spots, you're going to be on somebody's team. So Vizcaína rubs up a new baseball. We're here in the top of the ninth. And a high fly ball down the right field line. And Markakis is going to run out of room. So Giants trying to see if they can get something going with 2 outs and nobody on. Again, out of play. Giants with 10 hits in this afternoon's game. The Braves with 7. In the dirt.
Good take.
It's 2-2. And this is hit out to right field for Markakis. We will head to the bottom of the ninth. As Strickland's coming in, it's 4-1 Giants. And the Giants bring in their closer. It's Hunter Strickland. And those numbers are pretty good.
Yeah, coming off the 16th time. Really been a nice force for the Giants pen and Bruce Bochy and the rest of the club to be able to have a guy step in when Melanson went down, and he's done a heck of a job, especially against those left-handed hitters. 0.36 batting average, and like I said, a native of Georgia. Family's here.
Facing Batista. That's it. So Bautista opens up the ninth with a hit. And that'll bring up Flowers.
Now Strickland trying to locate a fastball away, just get ahead in the count. Missed up middle, or middle in, I should say. And Longoria is good, but it's tough to make plays. Balls hit that hard at you. You're just trying to get an out now. You're up 3, just trying to get an out.
Flowers is 2 for 3. And he takes one wide, 1-0.
Didn't miss by much. Look at the fastball right there.
Well, maybe it didn't miss at all. 1 ball and no strikes. And a strike. Very close to the same pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Two and one on the pitch wide. Camargo, and then it is the pitcher spot. Out of play, 2-2. So Bautista will be held on by Belt. Strickland at the belt. Got him. One out here in the ninth. The old number 1.
That's it. Nice job right there by Strick. Climbs the ladder. Hundley wanted down and away, but that ball just rides. When it rides up in the zone like that, it's just tough to stay on top of it, try to make contact. All you start is with 1. Now you work. Now you're 1 pitch away from here on out.
Here's Camargo. Camargo takes high. He's 0 for 3.
Belt is only kind of holding on Bautista. Just playing close enough that you don't get a too big a lead, but he's going to make sure he's good in defensive position here.
So it's 3-0. So now you got to come in. You don't want that tying run coming up. Flaherty's on deck. Not close. Suzuki's going to hit. So Suzuki, a right-handed hitter and a good hitter. He's having a good year. Suzuki started the game last night and went 1 for 4. So Batista at second and Camargo at first. And it's wide, 1-0.
Strix just pulling the ball a little bit. He's getting a little rotational. Trying to get the ball through Hundley. Still just 1 pitch away here.
And a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Suzuki didn't like it, but that was definitely a strike. Strike's looking for a ground ball, something down. Moving down in the zone, getting him to reach.
Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 and 2.
Great pitch there. Great slider. Good tempo. Look at the slider again. Just able to get down through it. That's exactly what you want to do with this pitch. Now he can go anywhere. In these spots, you're most likely going to be getting something down and away, or even a fastball away. Make him do anything to the big part of the yard.
2 and 2. Seeing if Suzuki was going to play again, and he didn't. And now you got 1 more pitch to try to do something before you have to come in. Maybe changing the signs here.
I think you're right.
I mean, when you call the shortstop in, that usually means.
Batista's a veteran.
They just want to make sure.
He's going to do anything out there to help the club.
I mean, even if that guy at second is just showing location. So it's 2 and 2. Three and 2. And now you got to come. And dies. Stopping at third is Camargo, and it's a 4-2 game with runners at second and third.
Good piece of hitting there by Suzuki. Gets a slider, trying to get it down and away. Not a bad location, just Suzuki looking for something over the middle of the plate. Pulls it, hits it perfectly off that little corner there. Look at Camargo running around the bases, trying to blow a bubble, pops the helmet, blows a tire around third. Easy call for Ron Washington to hold him up. Now Strick's going to have to do some pitching.
Yeah, you got Enciarte, who's 0 for 3. And a good little hitter. That's low. 1 ball and no strikes.
And if you're strict, this is probably what you want to see, is a couple lefties coming up. It's going to keep you more on line. You've been pulling the ball glove side. He's been pitched very well against these lefties all year.
That's outside. It's 2-0. You got the 2 babies coming up, but they're good. On the ground to Belt. That's a fair ball. A run comes in. Belt with a nice play. It's 4-3. And here's Ozzie Albies. Albies is 1 for 4. Culberson running at third. Now, if you're Strickland, look, you want to get out in front, but you also have to know that this kid is going to get after that first pitch. And a check swing pop up. And that's the ball game. I did not see that ending coming.
Love this game.
One of the hottest hitters in the league and a check swing pop up. And the Giants are going to come out of Atlanta by taking 3 in a row from a team that was very hot.
Not exactly what you were expecting coming in. You were expecting a low scoring ball games, pitchers duels, and you really only got it today. Giants offense has stepped up all weekend, and it's been real fun to watch, and it sets the tone for this road trip for them for sure.
Giants now will head into Philadelphia, and they've won. They've won now 11 of their